You know what it is. It's Monday, Monday, Monday. And welcome to Real Resilient Conversations, where, of course, I take quirky, crazy topics and I give them to you in ways in which you can be more real resilient on an everyday, day-to-day type of affair. So whatever is going on in your life, I am here to try and be a kind of like a guide to show you some different ways that you may not have looked at resiliency, and then I give that back to you in ways that you can look at it in different perspectives. And I think perspectives are important, so let's go ahead and get started. So I know that it's been a while, but tonight's topic is... Oh, I didn't even tell y'all who I am. I'm your girl, Quita Quee. Oh, y'all forgive me. Tonight's topic is my labor in vain? So the labor in vain was definitely something that I said, hey, this was supposed to be from Labor Day. However, life comes at you fast, right? I done been TDY. I have been sick. My body has shut down on me. So I am blessed to be able to give this all to you tonight. And of course, the way that I look at it, I am a seed sower. I'm not necessarily here to water the plant. I'm not here to make sure and provide the sunlight for the plant. I might not even be here to give the plant the nutrients. However, I am a seed sower. So be patient as I plant these seeds into your life. All right. So in the chat, when you heard that tonight's topic was going to be, is my labor in vain? What did you think tonight's topic was going to be discussing? In your own words down in the chat box, let me know when you heard, is my labor in vain? What type of things popped in your head? Were you like, here we go, she about to get super spiritual on me. Maybe this ain't for me. Or were you like, okay, let's see what this is about. Let's see what this is about. Because I know that for some people, they run as soon as they hear anything remotely close to anything spiritual. So I don't want to run y'all away. Don't run just yet. Stick with me. Now stick with me just a little bit longer. Is my labor in vain? What type of things went through your mind when you heard that was tonight's topic? And the reason I asked that is because Labor Day, when it was here, it gave us an opportunity to really look at labor, right? And labor is not just about what we can do with our hands. Can labor be about what we can do with our mind, right? Oh, good. Sandra, she said she thought that is my labor in vain was about giving birth to purpose. That is actually a good way, a good analogy to look at it. So that's real good, Sandra. Thank you. Be Still, thank you for joining me. Florida Brooklyn Hunk, thank you for joining. Mama G, thank you for joining. All of those who took time out tonight to join in, thank you so much for joining. So when we're talking about Labor Day, it's an opportunity to ask, right? What type of, when you're talking about the economy, what is it that we're doing to provide a way for the economy to still thrive and survive, right? And each of us has our own way of still giving back to society and to our environment for it to thrive and survive. Now, when you think about thriving and surviving in terms of labor, what does that mean to you? Because labor, depending on where you come from, depending on where you grew up, could be a different type of hustle. So when you are laboring, what type of things could you be doing? What type of things do you really think go into labor? Y'all give me some feedback. Who makes this country work? What is it about the labor that makes this country work? So when I say this country, we could be worldwide, not just the United States of America, but whatever country you might be residing in. What about you gives life to your country? What about what you're doing brings life to the country that you reside in, right? So I'm going to say a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King, who is one of our American greats. And he said, the labor movement actually came, and not just so that we are, so that the country didn't diminish from the strength of labor, but so that it would enlarge. Meaning, without us, without the people that labor day in and day out, whether it be mentally, whether it be physically, whether it be something we do with our hands, something we do by typing, something that we do by some type of physical exertion, being able to provide a labor is what keeps this world going around, whether you believe it or not. In some form or fashion, there's always someone who is laboring. Right now, the people that are on the other side of this live, they are laboring to make sure that this live goes according to the way it's supposed to be. On the other side of our cell phone bills, our electric bills, whatever it might be, right? Those people are laboring to make sure that things work according to what makes our lives easier. So raising the living standards of millions of Americans. Think about what the living standard was in 1923, right? Totally different than what it is today. So our living standards for today, there's no way you can get a house with the same amount that you could get in 1923 today. There's no way. There is just no way. So what was acceptable then is no longer acceptable now. So what are we doing with our labor that is obviously growing and expanding our country to be able to give back to it? So the country that we take care of, the people that we take care of, give back to us so that we can have the things that we enjoy. So whenever you're thinking about this miraculous market that is out there, right? You're talking about the industry, lifting up of our whole nation. We have to really take time out to give back to the people who gave to us. If our ancestors and our historians would not have done the things that they've done in order to provide for those that were underappreciated, underrated, who were thought of as part of a human, if they did not fight in order for us to have some type of equality, for us to be unionized, for us to be united, would there be a country that was able to provide the different things, a stoplight, all of the different creations that we have brought to the nations that we live in, right? We have to be appreciative of the labor that has gone out before us. The people that have fought, the people that have stood the fight when the rest of us were at home, right? Or the rest of us weren't even thought of or conceived, right? Those are the people that were fighting for our rights and our abilities to labor for the future. And what are you doing right now to labor for your future and for the future of those that are to come behind you? So, for example, I am in the military. I've been in the military almost 19 years, right? Whenever I'm putting in awards packages and I'm trying to do and take care of my people, I'm thinking, what if they don't win? Then I put in all these man hours to take care of these people and it means nothing. Is it really nothing, or is it still the opportunity for them to showcase the goodness that they are doing, to take care of the unit, to take care of the mission? Of course. So I always try to push them and say, hey, keep going. But what if I don't win? Well, even if you don't win, guess what? Now we know what we got to work towards. At least now we know what our starting point is. If we never even attempt it, how can we know what our starting point is before we can get to the finish line? And maybe there is no finish line. Maybe it's a what is it called when you run in and you pass? Oh, it's a baton, right? Maybe that leg of the race, maybe you're the second leg, maybe you're the third leg. However, your race is to get to your starting point to your end point where you pass off the baton to somebody else. So when we're thinking about our labor is not in vain, right, y'all? So also, those who attack labor forget the simple truths. But history often remembers that there had to be somebody who was fighting, somebody who had to go against the grain, someone who was always there to make life easier for someone else. Before a dress was made, before a cotton dress was made, guess what? Somebody had to pick the cotton. There had to be a manufacturer that learned how to spin the cotton, that learned how to clean the cotton, there had to be someone that made the things that we like. We had to find a seamstress. We had to find all these different people that made life for us so much easier. But their labor is what made our life easier, right? Ironically, Labor Day, like I said, for Americans at least, is a break from labor. That's our day to have barbecues and chill out and kick your feet up and be like, I gotta go to work today, for most people. But there are some that still work on said Labor Day. Those are the people that still making sure we have food to eat, the people that still driving the trucks, the people that are bringing the food, that are bringing the parts, that are bringing the glass, whatever it needs, our furniture. They are still working when when there's someone else that's, oh, this is cool, I got the day off. But there's still someone else that's working behind the scenes to make sure while you're enjoying the day off, they are working to where you don't have to worry about it. Right? You think about our healthcare workers. You think about our cab drivers or our Lyft drivers, the different people, our, what is it called, DoorDash drivers, all of the different people that make our lives comfortable. So how many people feel like their labor is in vain, though? The things that you do day in and day out, you feel like this, there has got to be something else, right? You feel like it's in vain. Nobody is appreciative of the times that you extend yourself beyond, right? So, for example, my fibromyalgia wreaks havoc on my body, right? I put on a happy face even when I'm hurting. So like today, I didn't eat lunch. I still haven't eaten lunch, nor have I eaten dinner. However, I have to push, right? So by labor, to get the message out to the people that it may be, that may feel like everything that they're doing right now is in vain. Nobody cares. Nobody's appreciative, especially like parents, right? I don't have kids yet, but I can only imagine the thankless job that a parent has. You're providing food, you're providing shelter, you're providing transportation to and from these different appointments. They want to be in sports. You've worked extra job, put in extra hours so they can be able to be on this team, right? Or your kids got kids, now you got grandkids, now they want this for their grandbaby, now they want this. And you're like, do you understand what goes into being a parent? I still have my own stuff to deal with, yet I'm pulling forth to fight for you and to be able to provide for you. And I think that we don't understand what it takes to be on the other side. When we're on our off days, we're on our off days, but there's still somebody that's working, right? Really? Disrespectful. Stuff is flying at me. I'm like, what is this flying at me? Lord. That's all right. Y'all gonna work it out. So, with that, what do you think when somebody says, no, you good, but you're like, all I wanted was some appreciation? They don't feel like it's validated to give you that appreciation. At what point do you say, enough is enough? I'm not dealing with this, right? Who are the people that you feel like should get the recognition for the labor that they do? Put it in the chat. Let me hear. Who are some of the people that work day in and day out, that work behind the scenes? Think about the TV that you watch. Think about the writers. Think about the actors, the actresses. Think about their children that have to suffer, not suffer, but have to sacrifice. There we go. That's the word. Their spouses that have to sacrifice and still have to put in the work to deal with said parent that is out making entertainment for other people, right? So we got to think about all of these different avenues that eat away at someone else's, right? Farmers are a very good one, right? Farmers are an excellent example of labor that at some point somebody takes advantage of. They out there planting that stuff. Man, they got that cow manure and fertilizers, and that stuff stinks. Somebody had to make the fertilizer. Somebody got to take care of the cows. Somebody got to be out there either hand planting it or driving a machine in order to plant the things that we enjoy. The flowers, the plants, the fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, all of the things that we just go to the grocery store, pick it up, keep on moving. There's still somebody else that had to grow it, and they had to take care of it, and they had to nurture it, and they had to talk to it, and they had to soothe it, they had to protect it when the elements came, right? There is someone still laboring so that way we are able to enjoy it. Who else in the group, in the chat, who else do you think would be considered a laborer that we take for granted? Give me some other examples. Sister Sandra, that was a good one. What's another one? I know I said parents, and I did talk about a seamstress because the seamstress takes care of the clothes that we wear. I talked about our utility workers, right? Because somebody has to go down into the sewers. Somebody has to make sure that the pipes are clear, that the rodents and the reptiles don't take over. Right? There has to be someone that is willing to do those things. I, however, am not bold enough. I am appreciative of my pest control lady. I tell her every time, right, every time I'm like, there's this funny looking spider, I don't know what it is, I'm going to send you a text message, you tell me if I need to run or if it's okay. Right? There we go. The garbage man don't get enough appreciation because there is somebody's child who said, I want to get rid of the stuff that people throw away so that way they can, we can keep the rodents and everything else, the bears, the raccoons, the whatever, away from their homes and keep it at wherever the dump site is, right? And then there's still someone at the dump site that has to turn it over and has to kind of like compost it. They got to go through stuff. They got to compile it into cubes or whatever to make sure that they make more space for more trash. Because guess what? We got trash, but there's nowhere else to put it. But there has to be someone that tries to make space in order to take care of the little things that we take for granted. We just throwing stuff in the trash. We're like, that's thing, take that outside, take it outside. And then guess what? Once we take it outside, the trash man that's on the back got to smell it the whole time. So imagine what it's like when the trash man or trash woman goes home and the things that they deal with just to go home in order to say, just so somebody else won't have to deal with it, right? The people that make shoes, the dyes that they make, all of the different things that we like. Oh, I need this jewelry. Oh, I need this wig. Oh, I need whatever it is that we say that we need. Oh, I need this hair product. Oh, I need, right? Oh, I need this type of seasoning. Oh, I need this frying pan. Oh, I need this, whatever. Who had to go and work to get it? Right? So some of the other people that we may have taken for granted, bricklayers, drywall, the people that put up drywall, our construction workers that put up buildings and businesses all over town. Remember that place that you went for the drive-through? Them drive-through workers, fast food workers, grocery store workers, all of the people, guess what, during the pandemic, how many times did you go through drive-thru because you got tired of cooking at the house, you got tired of these kids bothering you every 5 seconds, you're like, we're going to get something to eat, right? The opportunity for us to really thank the people that still made it possible during this pandemic, our grocery store workers that still kept stuff stocked on the shelves, the people who, like I said, the trash people, they were still working, they never stopped working, right? Who else? Our teachers, even if they were doing it via computer or laptops, they were still teaching our kids. I mean, there's people that any other time you like, oh, I don't want to work in no fast food or no restaurant, that were still out here that went from being a waitress to being a driver, from being a delivery driver, right? There was the opportunity for jobs to become ever more present. So think about the people who are now DoorDash drivers that before had a prominent job, or that are now car salespeople that used to work at a furniture store or used to work at a shoe store in the mall or something like that. Now they have a different skill set, a new job, because now their labor has been shifted, so to speak, right? What about security guards or police officers? Y'all now don't put all police officers in one little, because I know what y'all thinking, so don't cut up today. Don't cut up today. But our security officers, our police officers, these are the people that we take for granted. Now, for those of you who have a security guard, before you go into your living establishment, you like, look, I already know it's secure. Only the certain people need to be here. Our factory workers, the people that make our cars or televisions or ring lights or light bulbs or fans, whatever it is. Those factory workers, our technology, cell phones, iPads, everything. Those people that are in the factory, gathering it up, putting it together, making it all pretty, putting it in a box. Those people we need to still appreciate, right? Concrete layers, our sidewalks, foundations to our homes, foundations to buildings, foundations to businesses. You ready to start a brick and mortar business? Guess what? You need a foundation laid, right? You don't want your foundation to be on sand. You don't want your home to be on sand, right? What about our warehouse workers? Amazon. How many of y'all just ordered Amazon this week? Don't tell no tale either. I know you did. Ordering stuff off Amazon. So consultants, for our people that have successful business, that are content designers, that are web designers, right? Our consultants, our doctors, our military, our lawyers, all of the people that are working behind the scenes, our paralegals, our janitors, right? Oh, all of the people that we take for granted. And we don't realize that we need them until we need them, right? This is a time where we need our fishermen, our fisher women, mechanics. What happens when that car breaks down? Huh? You ain't got no man or no woman around that know their way around a wrench underneath the hood. Then what you gonna do, right? We can't just throw away the vehicle. We gotta find a way to give it to the people that learn the skills, right? Vocational skills are excellent. The people that go to college are excellent. Even the people that never go to any type of additional schooling past high school are still excellent entrepreneurs. We need entrepreneurs. Why? Because they provide jobs for the people that are to come. We are expanding and enlarging our territory. And our territory is here in this nation where we reside, right? We talked about a grocery store. We talked about gas station. What about our IT team? Because everything now is over the web. So our IT team is important. Pilots, bus drivers, all of our shopping wherever. All of the different people that now have boutiques, that have shoe stores. All these people that have now made life easier and more accessible for you are necessary. Right? So nothing that we do that can help someone else other than ourselves is in vain. Y'all hear me? Anything that we're doing, if it is going to help someone else, it is never in vain. I do not have kids, nor do I have a husband that is here beside me. However, everything that I give to you all, right? My followers, the people that come day in and day out to listen, I give everything that I have in me, every drip, drop, last bit of my strength to you, because you matter, right? The reminder, if there is, you should always leave someone better than the way that you found them. If every bit of wisdom that I've learned, every trial that I've been through, if I can help someone else, I have yet done my job. My job is to plant the seed of awareness and of growth and development for yourself, right? I learned it, and even sometimes I'm still learning it. And we are learning together. However, I do it because of the appreciation for the time that you all take for 30 minutes to hear me day in and day out about the different topics that I throw in there with some quirky type of analogy, and I see how can I help you to become more resilient. Being resilient is being able to bounce back from the things that we take advantage of, or being able to bounce back from the things that have hurt us, that have disappointed us, that did not put us where we thought we should have been by now, right? So without you, there is someone else that may be lacking. But because of you, right? Because of you, and because of the things that you do and the things that you have learned and the way that you have pushed forward, I appreciate you. We appreciate you. We need you. We need the parents. We need the teachers. We need the foster parents. We need the nurses, the techs, the lab assistants. We need every one of you in your respective places to be where you are when you're there, right? Know that your job or your career and your job is not necessarily what pays the bills, right? Purpose over preference, right? I keep saying it and I keep hearing it. Purpose over preference. So what is my purpose and what is the preference? I prefer to already be rich and laid up somewhere on some island with something with an umbrella. However, my purpose is to be right here in front of you, reminding you that you are valuable, you are necessary, you are needed. Your labor is not in vain. Your labor is not in vain. So that is my time. It is now 31 minutes after the hour. I just wanted to remind you that I am thankful for what you do. You are more than appreciated. You are more than appreciated. You are always welcome to come back. So until next time, join me as we discuss. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? As we discuss donut holes. I know you like this. Girl, come up with the craziest topics. Come back in 2 weeks on 11 October as we discuss donut holes. You like donut holes, like H-O-L-E-S, yes, donut holes. You know, the little ones that be real good that you be like, if it was a whole donut, I wouldn't have ate so much, but because they donut holes, you ate like 10 of them. That donut hole. Join me October 11th as we discuss donut holes. Please, please, please don't give up on me yet. There is something great in store for you that is on our Indigenous People Day. So we want to make sure and give honor to them. And we're going to be here at the same place with the same face as we discuss donut holes. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Use the little bell in the corner so you don't miss out on the great stuff that is yet to come, because you never know when I'm going to come on here talking crazy. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all. Make sure if you got questions, concerns, topics you want me to discuss, inbox me, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. So love, peace, joy, and happiness. Until I see you again, see you later. Ooh.